Yo, you too. Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan and Nick Fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit that notification bell. All right, y'all. Let's get into this video. Y'all see the rundown: Nuggets, Grizzlies, the Minute Police, Chris Boucher, and Josh Hart, All-Star bid. All right, so we just jump right into the Nuggets, the game recap, a full recap of that game. Anunoby, 40 points. Towns had what? 30 points. Brunson, 23. Bridges, 14. And Josh Hart had 12. They combined for over 100 points in that game. And I don't think it's going to be any different. Josh Hart is questionable for this game, but I think he's going to play. We know Hart, you know what I'm saying, it's going to take a whole lot to keep Hart out this game. And if he's out this game, then the Knicks fans should be worried because that means it's a serious injury. Because we know Hart give his all. And they're talking about the knee, but it shouldn't be that severe that keep him out of this game. But once again, we head into, Denver Nuggets head into the Madison Square Garden, where we have been victorious in these last 4 games, starting our winning streak off with the Atlanta Hawks, then knocking off the Brooklyn Nets, then just giving a superb game against the Kings, following that up against the the Memphis Grizzlies. Another superb game, holding their star player to below his average scoring. I want to contribute all them games to the Minute Police, but let's just get into that Nuggets game, break that down. Then when we talk about the Grizzlies, we're going to basically be talking about the Minute Police because that's what's responsible for these wins, whether y'all like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because you had some people going against the Minute Police. I'm going to say it again. Tom Thibodeau finally come to his senses and started giving these guys minutes. And I'm going to prove it because each one of them games I just mentioned, none of the starters played more than 40 minutes. It have to have some type of effect on the players, whether you want to agree with me or not. Now we see the league rankings for the Nuggets. In scoring, they 3rd and the Knicks are 4th. So it shouldn't be any problem putting up points. But in the last game the Nuggets played, they have been a little sloppy on defense. They gave up 262 points in their last 2 games to Minnesota and the Bulls. And the Knicks have been averaging around 100 and something points these last 4 games. And the last 2 games they score over 140 points. So I'm expecting the Knicks to come in and continue what they did. And if Tibbs can continue with the minutes that he's providing for this team, I don't see anything changing. I don't. I'm just going to be real and letting y'all know. And that Grizzly game, the Knicks scored 42 points in that 3rd quarter. Excuse me, sorry about that. They had 41 in the 4th, scoring 83 points in a half. One of the best games of the season so far because we have over 30 games left. And I expect this team to just improve. And I know a lot of people was talking about Mitchell Robinson returning or the trade. The Jericho Sims trade had died down. You don't hear too many people talking about the Knicks moving Jericho Sims. I think that would be the correct move. But we'll get into that in a minute. For right now, let's continue about the Grizzlies and the Nuggets. The way the Knicks finished that game, I don't see nothing different. I expect the Knicks to come out, put up points, and dominate the Nuggets like they did the Grizzlies, the way they did the Kings. Since then, you have my man, who's that? De'Aaron Fox. They put him. I don't know if that spanking that what the Knicks just gave them had the man asking for a trade. But then again, there has been a lot of turmoil since they've been fired. They fired Mike Brown. There was rumors that he was unhappy with the team. But yeah, these wins against these teams, Brooklyn Nets, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to scoff at that victory, but that Hawks victory was it started the winning streak off nice because Trae Young came in, disrespected us the last time he came in our house, rolled the dice on us. That wasn't a home game, but it still felt good getting that victory. And then with the Brooklyn Nets, that was a hard fought game. I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you look at that game, the the, the starters didn't play that many minutes at all. Let's go to the Nets. Matter of fact, let me see how many minutes they played with the Hawks. This Brunson played 38 minutes. There's 48 minutes in the game, so that's 10 minutes off that he got rest. Bridges 27 minutes. Hart 37 minutes. Towns 36. Anunoby 40. Miles McBride got 20 minutes in that game. Precious Achua 16 minutes. And Payne 11. Shamet got 9. And that's Atlanta Hawks. And that's when everything started falling in place. That's when Tibbs started noticing that the minutes was affecting the team's play. Because when you come into the next game, which was against the Brooklyn Nets, Towns only played 39 minutes. Anunoby minutes dropped down to 37. Brunson another 38 minutes. Bridges 34 and Hart was 38. Miles McBride 18. Precious 2 was 17. Payne 9. Shamet. And that game, Shamet was kind of off. He only played 6 minutes. And let's follow that Sacramento game where everything just started falling into place. And then you see the minutes. Tibbs really understood that the minutes was affecting the play and that he can get better outcome if he got his bench more involved. And for you people that are talking about the Knicks don't have a bench, now y'all coming around. It only take one game. That's the thing about sports. It only take one game to change people's mind. The bench scored 52 points in that game against the Grizzlies. And that's what I've been saying all along, that if they get the time and the opportunity to get on the court, that they will produce. For all the people that kept saying that the Knicks don't have a bench, the Knicks need this, the Knicks need that. I'm not saying that we're not one trade away from getting this team to where we really need, because I still think we need a wing, and a wing should be about 6'7", 6'8", to help when guys try to, because most of our guys are 6'4". When that second unit come in, the tallest guy sometimes is Precious Achua. If we're going to make the trade, I want a wing. I have a lot of confidence in Hooker Porty if he get the opportunity to get on the floor. Now, in that game against the Grizzlies, let's check out the minutes. Some of y'all gonna say Brunson had 4 fouls, but them 4 fouls didn't come into, I think, late third quarter, early fourth quarter. And he was on the bench. McBride was having a good game. Since he got hurt coming back, he been slipping with the 3-point. He's starting to find his shot, the rhythm, monster dunk. Man, listen. That third quarter and the fourth quarter, the defense was on fire. The Knicks had 20 steals. Excuse me. Turnovers. They had at least 10 steals in the first half. And I contribute all that to the minutes, because with them getting the proper minutes, the rest, they're in position. They're not fatigued. They're able to get up on their man, get back into their spots. They're not lagging. You know what I'm saying? It all comes down to the minutes. Y'all don't want to agree with me, but it's right there. The stats is right in your face. You know what I'm saying? And for all you doubters, all my doubters, you know what I'm saying? You got your own show and y'all want to, check on, do your research. Go back and check the last 4 games and look how the minutes was spread out, and look what the outcome of what that was. Look at that outcome. Look at the outcome. The minute police was in the house. So when y'all start talking about the Knicks bench is not good enough, and we need to do this and make this move and make that move. The moves that we needed to make was made over the last 4 games, and y'all seen the outcome. The outcome was that we was victorious. Jalen looked real fresh. Karl Anthony Towns looked fresh. And Anunoby in the last 4 games, look at his points. Look at Bridges' points. Bridges still leading the league in minutes played. Josh Hart still third. But in the last 4 games, the minutes have been, I ain't gonna say evenly spread it around, but the bench have been getting the minutes. And what have happened? we have been getting victories. And tonight against the Denver Nuggets, if this pace if this trend continue, I don't expect anything different. Earlier I said I was worried about the Grizzlies. That was the team that I was worried about this 5-game home stretch against these 5 West Coast teams. But I was wrong, and I'm happy I was wrong. But now I'm looking at Houston. Houston just knocked off Boston. Um, I still think we're going to be paid. I still think we're going to take. I still think we're going to beat Houston. The sleeper might be the Lakers, but I doubt it. I think Davis might be hurt. I think he didn't play the last game, or he left the game, didn't return. He might miss that game against the Knicks. You know how injury prone he is. But the minute police was right, y'all. The minute police was right. Y'all can argue with me. Y'all can come back with whatever excuse y'all got, whatever y'all analogy might be, theory. But when you look at the games, you look at the minutes played, it doesn't lie. The more the starters get, the more stamina they have in the fourth, the more points they put up, the more efficient they is. They respond better on defense. So y'all can keep saying that the Knicks don't have a bench. The reality of it was the coach wasn't giving the players the proper time. And it was good. You know what I'm saying? We can't argue because it got us in the position where we at. We third in the East. We're 1 game behind Boston. We 1 game behind Boston, but I think Boston's going to win this game tonight. I didn't check that out. And this is a late game, a late video. Honestly, I should have checked them stats. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, 1 game. Now let's go to that Chris Boucher trade. Now, like I said, I would like a wing, and this is an interesting trade. And I know y'all hearing people talk about it, but this would be difficult for the Knicks to do. Honestly, I do, because the Knicks, they could involve Mitchell Robinson, but I think Toronto would be scared off. But due to Mitchell Robinson fit with what Toronto try to do, you know what I'm saying? They got a running squad over there, but defensively, he do make sense for them. You know what I'm saying? I could see him paired up with, I forget the guy name over there in Toronto, but y'all know who I'm talking about, lanky guy. Him and Mitchell Robinson would make a real good front court. And defensively, they would. But I don't think the Knicks have a chance. I think the Clippers is going to be the team. If the Toronto was to make that trade, they have the assets, have an expiring contract, and PJ Tucker, so it make more sense. I'm the team that I want the Knicks to make a trade with is the Pelicans, and it's one of their 2nd-year players. I see, oh man, slipped my mind. His name slipped my mind because he really wasn't part of this video. I just thought about it just now. But either way, the Knicks need a wing, and if they're going to trade Mitchell Robinson, that means we're going to have Jericho Sims. Who knows? They still might make other moves. But this is an interesting trade idea because it could be possible. It could happen. It could happen, and it would make the Knicks a much better team defensively. He's shooting over 50% from downtown right now. He's lanky. He's very mobile. We know he get around on defense. And it seemed like the Knicks been having good luck when they make the trades with Toronto. Let's be real. But would this happen? This is interesting. I'm not going to lie. This is a very interesting trade. And out of all the trades I've been hearing people mention, this is one that I can get behind. I'm being honest with you. I can really get behind. But will it be possible? As I said, um, the Clippers, they present the most realistic pathway. They have potential there. Like they can involve PJ Tucker. He have an expiring contract. They can also offer some 2nd-round draft compensation. And Toronto want to, keep their salary cap flexible. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to go out and make some moves in free agent. So trading with the Clippers would be, in my opinion, if I was a GM, the ideal situation. You have Denver that's involved in this trade, as I'm hearing also, and they still have the most difficult path to acquire them out of all 3 teams, the Knicks and the LA Clippers, because Any deal would likely include one of their young guys, Zeke, and that's a multi-year contract. And Toronto is not trying to take any multi-year contracts on. They're just trying to get better without hurting that salary cap. And I think it's possible. I'm not gonna lie, but that Boucher trade for the New York Knicks, that's a very interesting trade that I would be in favor of. I'm not gonna lie, I would be in favor. But moving Mitchell Robinson, I think if they can add some second round picks, they can probably entice them with Jericho Sims. I know they're probably looking at it, like they want some size, but if you think about it, Jericho Sims is mobile, in my opinion, more mobile than Mitch Robinson. I know he's 6'9", 6'10", whatever, but I could see him running with Toronto. I could see RJ Barrett throwing him lobs because RJ Barrett and Manuel quickly probably be running that point. But I can see Jericho Sims fitting in well with the Toronto Raptors. So could the Knicks pull a trade off with Jericho Sims and still move Mitchell Robinson to another team for some assets and another wing or something like that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible. Let's just get to Josh Hart, then we get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because All-Star break is going to be crazy. The votes are in tomorrow night where they drop everything. And honestly, in my opinion, I think, all right, then the reserves. Let's just say my reserves. I think gonna be the reserves. Mobley, Evan Mobley. That's who I meant to mention. His name was in the Cleveland with matching Mitchell Robinson up with Evan Mobley. No, I don't think it was Cleveland. I was talking about Toronto. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Darius Garland. You got Jarry Allen. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Trae Young, Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero, Damian Lillard, Pascal Siakam, and a few others. Now, out of the names that I just mentioned, these are the reserves for the All-Star break, and this is the Eastern Conference reserves. What player would you knock out to put Josh Hart in that spot? I'm gonna tell you right now, and I know some of y'all might think I'm crazy, but I would knock Tyler Hero out. I know he's averaging around 24 points a game, but that's all he really do. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, he's a somewhat decent defensive player, but he's not an all-around guy like Josh Hart. Josh Hart is an all-star. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people think that you gotta score over 20-something points per game to be even in the category, but he's averaging around 14 points a game. If you look at what he's doing around the league, and when it comes to like loose balls recovered, he's first. Minutes a game, he's third. Triple doubles, he's fourth in the league. Total rebounds, he's 11. He's 6'4". Just think about that. Total rebounds, not about guards and players in his position. Total rebounds in the NBA, he's 11 and he's 6'4". Deflections, he's 11 and he's 6'4". Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. Like I said, deflections, he's 6'4". Double doubles, 12. He's 6'4". Steals per game, 12. You know what I'm saying? I can't contribute that to his height, his size, because most of the time the leaders in the league and steals be guards anyway. But if you look what his accomplishments are so far in the league, he's an all-star player, man. He's an all-star player. And I will bump out Tyler Hero. I'm going to be real. Derek White belong there. Trae Young. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I will put Cade Cunningham over Trae Young, being that we already got Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, man. The player that I would knock out the box and put Josh Hart, slash him right in there, would be Tyler Hero. Let me know in the comments, what do y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Should Josh Hart be the player to knock Tyler Hero out? Should Josh Hart be an all-star? I know a lot of Knicks fans going to be, hell yeah. But if you're not a Knicks fan and you came across this channel and you're hearing this right now, what do you think? I would love to hear your opinion. And if, like I said, you're not a Knicks fan, you came across the channel, give me that subscribe anyway. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think? My Knicks fans, I already know how y'all feel. Josh Hart should be an all-star. The last time the Knicks had 3 all-stars in the game, I think that was Patrick Ewing, John Starks, and Oakley, or was it Allen Houston? Again, hit me in the comments and correct me. But what do y'all think? Josh Hart, Tyler Hero. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless and peace.